That right there is a picture of a pug that, understandably, he knows he probably can hear it. He doesn't want to go out in that weather. Can you guys hear it? But we went back to bed at 6 a.m. It's got to be about 9 a.m. I would say right now. A pug that doesn't want to budge. You know you have to go pee-pee, Omar. It's inevitable. You know I'm going to take you out. You can't stop me. A while back, I don't know when, it was prior to when my, the last 2.5 months, when shit really hit the fan here. And then we had, who was formerly like a stranger to me, fanning the flames, my cousin, but she would never have done it if, everything else hadn't happened that, caused my mama to reach out to her. So you gotta take that, how it is. It's reality. Anyway, a while back, I forget when it was, months ago, many months ago, but not years ago, my video views grew exponentially. I mean, they increased, like, very quickly. And I believe I used exponentially correct, but in any case, they grew really very quickly. And Troubles Tribbles said, somebody linked your video to another site. That's how your video views grew so, like, increased so dramatically, basically overnight. This is real, people. This is not a joke. Auntie and I spent the day in court together, okay? We didn't go there together. She drove there in a relatively short amount of time. I spent all day getting there and back, okay? Via every means of public transportation you can think of, okay? But regardless, we're obviously on the same side, and sat on one side of court, and, and the elder abuse fucks and their lawyers sat on the other side. This is real. So I'm begging you, my fans, share my videos, share my site with everybody, link it where you can. The more exposure I get, the much better chance I have of somebody discovering that, finding me and somebody who's able to help, okay? It's real. I don't know if Auntie ever watched any of my videos that had my mom's poem, but I can tell you that she had never heard that poem prior to my channel. I told you my mom shared the poem with her beloved sister, and it was negated, the poem, and, and it's not right, and she wouldn't even have dared share it with Auntie, so. But she shared it with me, and I shared it with the world. Story of the mentally ill. You can find it out here in several videos. You can find it on Yahoo Answers. You can find it wherever, and with my mom's blessing. Because she experienced it, I didn't. I just believe she's telling the truth. This is the story of the mentally ill, stuck away in hospitals against their will, beaten and abused, lost and confused. They roam these halls, lost and lonely, waiting for a kind word from staff or family. I know, because it happened to me. It doesn't matter if you have wealth. It doesn't matter if you have bad health. Rich or poor is the same. You see, all you get is a look of pity. And then I forget the rest. Forsaken by family, God, and man, trying to do the best they can, trying to survive week to week, tears in their eyes, afraid to speak. And it ends, all of this happened to me. It's true when you're labeled crazy in this mental zoo. My mother didn't deserve the shit that befell her, okay, before, that she was cursed with. Trouble with tribbles, never knew of my existence or my mama's existence prior to a few years ago. And she recently said, your mom's so beautiful. She didn't deserve the life that she got, I got all my talent from my mom. My dad couldn't write a poem or song if a gun was held to his head. It's just, I worked on it, I developed it, and hers stayed stagnant, mostly just within religious poems and songs, And I honed my craft. I was at some point, like I told you, just writing from male perspective, from female perspective, things I'd never experienced, wrote about sex, wrote about breakups. I had never even had a boyfriend, okay? It's called imagination. Share my video, share my site with anybody you can, please. Link it, do whatever. Do whatever. Years ago when I was living with Donald Hope, a woman contacted me. She had put one of my videos out on her Facebook. She told me, people usually don't get to me, and you did. People usually don't. She's like, you really got to my heart. She's like, that usually doesn't happen. She wasn't somebody who tried to be my friend, though. I wrote to her, and that was it. We didn't establish a friendship, but she did write me that one thing, You touched my heart, and it's usually difficult to do that. And she posted one of my videos on her Facebook. She told me she did. One or more of my videos was linked somewhere at some point in the past, not that long ago, several months ago, because Trouble said it had to have been, because there's no way my video views went up that quickly. As Selena so eloquently put it, Save Mama campaign. Save Grandma Omar. You don't seem to be have any interest in going outside to go pee-pee. He knows. You think he doesn't hear the rain? And he knows. I bet he knows. The minute I open the door, he knows, and I have to drag him out there, but it's tough luck. We're actually not just going to go in the yard. We're going to go for a short walk. He needs to go poo-poo. Rain's not going to kill him or me. I gave him broccoli in the middle of the night. Not really, like 3 in the morning or something. So I did sleep, but I don't feel rested because I'm not doing good, I already personally asked Selena over the phone. I'm asking you guys in general, share my site, share my videos with anybody and everybody. Anybody and everybody, share my videos, share my site. Because you never know, there could be one person that wouldn't know of me, and then, you know what I mean? on my end, like I said, I'm arming myself with knowledge. Went to the Madam America site, reading the stuff Joe sent to me. I went to Peter Bragan's site, explored that a little bit. So I'm not facing this blind, not even remotely. I hadn't shared my mama's poem out here. The poem she wrote in 2009 or 10. No, I think she wrote it. And she wound up going back into mental hospitals, I told you, like 2 or 3 times after that, being sectioned. But she went so many years without even going into a mental hospital, you know. But if I hadn't shared her poem, nobody would have ever heard her poem. She doesn't have the ability to share her poem except with a friend or a family member. And she was shot down when she shared it with her sister, who she loved more than anything, you know. And that's sad. But it doesn't mean her sister didn't love her to death. It just means it could be guilt too. Like someone said to me, you know, she doesn't want to believe that that's what my mom experiences in these mental hospitals, so she'd just rather be an ostrich, put her head in the sand and pretend that it's not true and say, mental hospital's not like that. Oh yeah, you've never been in one. You've never been locked up in one and kissed the ground, and neither have I. Okay? I don't negate my mom's feelings. If she wrote that poem, then that's the truth. It's her truth. But nobody would have ever heard of it. I shared it because my mother has just no computer ability, and I'm pretty damn, you know, I can do my stuff. I also have the ability to learn. I told you that. I did temp jobs and I had to learn new stuff on the computer and whatnot. I did it. It wasn't easy, but a lot of people don't pass. You go through a 3-week orientation. You don't pass, you don't get the job. You don't get to go you don't get to do it. I passed. I did it. Yeah, share my video, share my site. I wish I knew my mama's poem by heart. You'd think I would by now. That might be it. See, this is the story of the mentally ill. She wrote this in like 2009. Like I said, she wound up, she was sectioned 5 times in less than a year, and that was just sad, sick. Anyway, this is the story of the mentally ill stuck away in hospitals against their will. Beaten and abused, lost and confused, they roam these halls lost and lonely, waiting for a kind word from staff or family. I know, because it happened to me. Yeah, I don't know it. I don't think it goes. I think I'm missing like a verse. See how he's snoring? If I get up, he'll stop in an instant. I can't leave him in here because he'll pee. I'm gonna go get that from my hair. Come here. I don't think the batteries are going to run out. I put new ones in and I only did a couple of videos. Remember, my rechargeables now, I don't have to worry about that shit, or 2-second videos sometimes, and it cuts me off. And my grandma's home. Grandma's story. Grandma's been living this for fucking 36 fucking years. Off and on. most people are fortunate enough they don't have to live that, and that includes me. I wish I could learn Grandma's home that hard. I don't know why I get brain stuff to think. Said it enough out here. Any of you who care about me, share my website, my videos with everybody. Care about me, care about my mama. I know some of you even care about her. I told her last night, what trouble said. Posted a comment. Locked up on Christmas in the mental hospital. Like in Colorado, that people feel bad, for her. Bad that she had such a rough life, abusive men. Top of abusive men, to be cursed with the worst. I know it's defined, I've read it somewhere. It's considered the worst mental illness, schizophrenia. It's little fictional prisoners. Yeah. No prisoners, Omar. I know I have a pretty phone. I know I have it. I saw it the other day. Oh, you know what? Maybe I didn't. Maybe it's with the papers I didn't take with me. I didn't take all my papers with me to the library. Maybe it's with those papers. What did I do with those papers, Omar? Did I put them in here? Oh, I know what I did with them. I don't know if they're home. You sit right there. You go to the bathroom on the bed, the whole world's going to see. The video, the camera's facing on you. I'm just going to go look in this desk here, see if I can find Grandma's poem. No, it's not, I don't think. Let me see. Got the pictures. We got the poem? No. The directions. Directions to the court. Pictures. My Women's World magazines that have diets in them. Where all this shit went down, I was going to think about reading a book. Come here. Come on. I know I have that poem. I saw it the other day. I did not. I know I have it. This is that stupid thing that guy gave me. You know, please don't do shit like that. In front of everybody. Well, I'm not alone on Christmas too. Call me. He didn't say right away. First he's getting over this. What are you doing? You should just lie. I don't have to lie though. You're supposed to just say, have a nice Christmas, not ask me what the fuck I'm doing and then hit on me again and then come back with your stupid little piece of paper. I didn't even read. Say out loud in front of everybody, oh, I'm all alone on Christmas too. If you want to, call me. And I mumbled, I'm spending the day with my dog. I was pissed off that he did that. I have no interest in him. And for him to do that just makes me, not even want to be polite to him now. Give me his little, Oh, it's his friggin' resume or something. This is like his credentials for a resume. And he wrote down the friggin' phone number and said out loud in front of everybody. When I say in front of everybody, yeah, in front of everybody. Everybody on the computers, everyone around. Piss me the fuck off. He doesn't even know if I'm just trying to be nice to him and saying I'm not, you know what I mean? Or maybe I just don't want to say what I'm doing. Maybe it's none of his business. You should not have said that. Aha, I found the poem. You should not have done that, people. Piss me off. Because I remember your name and I don't treat you like shit at the library doesn't mean I have any interest in you whatsoever, okay? Wouldn't have any interest in you even if I was physically attracted to you, which I'm not. You're like an old, shorter than me. I have no interest in this guy. I was nice to him because I'm nice to everybody. And because, I'm not going to be rude to somebody at the library who's asking me a question about the computer. And I said, I'm sorry. I joked around like I know the computer somewhat, but I don't know how to do that. Which is, I would have liked to learn, actually. Because I said, ask the librarian. It's like, he wanted to print out a picture. I know how to print out Word stuff. But in actual getting a picture off the internet and printing that out, no, I don't have a clue. I should have the librarian. I was but whatever. It's ridiculous. Alright, I found my mama's poem. I told you I had it. I told you I had it. I told you. And at the end of it, I put, by Laura's mama, in her name, whom Laura got every speck of her talent from. Okay. My mom wrote this in September of 2009. Okay? Right. Story of the mentally ill. You want to be in the This is a story of the mentally ill stuck away in hospitals against their will, beaten and abused, lost and confused, forsaken by family, God, and man, trying to survive as best as they can, trying to live week to week, tears in their eyes, afraid to speak. Treated mean by doctors, nurses, and patients they meet, worse than a homeless person on the street. Shunned by friends and family, they roam these halls lost and lonely, waiting for a kind word from staff or family. I know because it happened to me. All they do is over-medicate. You take a pill for stress and insanity. I know because it happened to me. It doesn't matter if you have wealth. It doesn't matter if you have bad health. Rich or poor is the same, you see. All you get is a look of pity. Shunned by friends and family who just don't care when all you need is for them to be there. This is your fate if you are labeled crazy. I know because it happened to me. All of this happened to me, it's true, when you are labeled crazy in this mental zoo. I should learn this poem by heart. Obviously I didn't know it, I only had bits and pieces of it. I just don't remember it. I mean, that's understandable, all things considered. A lot of more important things on my mind. I'm my mama's voice. She could never share this with the world, but I have the ability to do so. I have the ability to share her poem with the world. And then she's speaking for those who could never write a poem, see? So I'm sharing her poem with the world. She doesn't have any ability to do that. I have a fan base, but even before I ever had any fan base, I can put this poem out on the internet regardless and share it with some people, some strangers, but you know what I mean? So I share her poem because I have that ability, I have that ability, and now I have worldwide exposure, worldwide, fans all over the world, okay? But she wrote the poem, and there's tons of people experiencing the same thing she's experienced and has experienced, that they could never write this poem, so they couldn't even put into words. They can feel the same way she feels and could never put it into words. See how this works, people? She wanted me to share her poem, and I've been doing it periodically for years. I mean, it's 14 now, and she wrote it in 2009. People are going to sit there and decide that I don't love my mother. They can go fuck themselves. If there's any God or higher power out there, that God or higher power knows just how much I love my mother, and vice versa. How much I have always fucking loved my mother, and vice versa. They can go fuck themselves up the ass with their little judgments, and they're like, she's about to abuse it to her mother, etc., etc., etc. They can go fuck themselves up the ass. Seriously. Seriously, people. Sit there, judge. You have no idea. No clue. Because you don't care. She doesn't mean anything to you. She's just another, you know. Ugh. Somebody said on that blog, that podcast, if the goal of the elder abuse services was really to, you know, protect the elderly, there's tons and tons of homeless on the street, you know, but they don't give a shit about them because they don't have assets. Okay? In a nutshell. Joke. Now I'm going to read her poem again and show her picture at the same time. I can do whatever the fuck I want. Remember, all bets are off, game's over. It's real now, people. Auntie and I spent the fucking day in court, and I spent more than the day traveling there and back. It's far, far away. It wasn't right down the street. This is what I gave her the last time. Not the criminal fucks, the one time before that when I was staying with Bobby. I'm sorry that you have to be in this place. I hope you get released soon. Love, Laura. This is a story of the mentally ill stuck away in hospitals against their will. beaten and abused, lost and confused, forsaken by family, God and man, trying to survive as best as they can, trying to live week to week, tears in their eyes, afraid to speak. Treated mean by doctors, nurses, and patients they meet, worse than a homeless person on the street. Shunned by friends and family, they roam these halls lost and lonely, waiting for a kind word from staff or family. I know because it happened to me. All they do is over-medicate. You take a pill for stress and insanity. I know because it happened to me. It doesn't matter if you have wealth. It doesn't matter if you have bad health. Rich or poor is the same, you see. All you get is a look of pity. Shunned by friends and family who just don't care when all you need is for them to be there. This is your fate if you are labeled crazy. I know because it happened to me. All of this happened to me, it's true, when you are labeled crazy in this mental zoo by Laura's mom, whom Laura got every speck of her talent from, September of 2009. It's Angel and Omar. I love you, Mom. I'm sorry you have to be in here. Get better so you can get out and go home. I found these in a room. I found them in their room when I was searching for stuff. Remember, I need to clean a room. I need to put a dent in cleaning it today. This is a story of the mentally ill stuck away in hospitals against their will, beaten and abused, lost and confused, forsaken by family, God and man, trying to survive as best as they can, trying to live week to week, tears in their eyes, afraid to speak, treated mean by doctors, nurses, and patients they meet, worse than a homeless person on the street, shunned by friends and family, they roam these halls lost and lonely, waiting for a kind word from staff or family. I know because it happened to me. All they do is over-medicate. You take a pill for stress and insanity. I know because it happened to me. It doesn't matter if you have wealth. It doesn't matter if you have bad health. Rich or poor is the same, you see. All you get is a look of pity. Shunned by friends and family who just don't care when all you need is for them to be there. This is your fate if you are labeled crazy. I know because it happened to me. All of this happened to me. It's true when you're labeled crazy in this mental zoo. By Laura's mom, whom Laura got every speck of her talent from, September of 2009. I gave her a whole bunch of pictures. I usually do. If I can visit her, I always give her pictures because I know they comfort her. Don't tell me you're total strangers. Don't tell me I don't fucking love my mother. You can go fuck yourselves. How old was I there, Mama? I don't even know. 6? 5? I don't know. This is the story of the mentally ill stuck away in hospitals against their will. Beaten and abused, lost and confused, forsaken by family, God and man, trying to survive as best as they can, trying to live week to week, tears in their eyes, afraid to speak, treated mean by doctors, nurses, and patients they meet, worse than a homeless person on the street, shunned by friends and family, they roam these halls lost and lonely, waiting for a kind word from staff or family. I know because it happened to me. All they do is over-medicate. You take a pill for stress and insanity. I know because it happened to me. It doesn't matter if you have wealth. It doesn't matter if you have bad health. Rich or poor is the same, you see. All you get is a look of pity. Shunned by friends and family who just don't care when all you need is for them to be there. This is your fate if you are labeled crazy. I know because it happened to me. All of this happened to me. It's true when you are labeled crazy in this mental zoo. 36 fucking years, this poor woman. Help me not have her live out the rest, her remaining, whatever it may be, in total degradation, total loss of dignity. Please, somebody out there who has real power, somebody kind, somebody sincere, who has real power, reach out and give me give me the knowledge, give me whatever, reach out to me and help me in my quest to try to save my mother from what I truly fear may some near future date become her sad fate once she winds up in the hands of people who do not love her. Joe knows me well. He knows I get upset and I don't want to know all this stuff. He sent it all to me and then he's like, when I have my mama, because she doesn't have my new phone number, calling me at the library, you know what I mean? A little kid, a little girl. And when I'm spending the day traveling to court and sitting next to Auntie in court, it's real, people. It's fucking real. I can't be in denial. It's real, okay? And it's right there in black and white what they want to do to her, all on the pretense of protecting her from her family, okay? It's there black and white in the thing that Auntie and I was served last week. On your end, all of you, you have the power to do your bit. Share my website, share my videos with everybody and anybody. Please. Nobody deserves what my mom has gone through. Nobody deserves what I've gone through, what a lot of people have gone through. I mean, but my mom had the abusive men, and then on top of that, she had to be, cursed with the stigma of a really, really bad mental illness, that never let her go.